Mark, what's your take on the SEC versus Ripple?
I haven't paid a whole lot of attention. I've intentionally avoided it because all the Rippleites or whatever they call themselves just go nuts. So the minute I say something, then it just turns into my timeline gets destroyed on Twitter. So, but I can talk about generally about the SEC all day long.
Yeah,
Cool.
because it's kind of like, even if Ripple wins, it's like Ripple's not in the conversation.
No, and it's already too late, right? Because they've gone back and forth, and it's a different battle than the general issue of how the SEC deals with crypto.
But yeah, still, if Ripple wins, I mean, generally that could be seen as definitely positive for crypto versus a loss. But just the SEC in general, yeah, talk about that. They seem to really verbally be wanting. Yeah, go ahead.
SEC is incredibly hypocritical. They talk about trying to protect investors. Do you guys know what the pink sheets are?
Like a car?
No, not for a car. Pink sheets are little public equities stocks that don't trade on the big exchanges like the NASDAQ or the New York.
Like the penny stocks.
Penny stocks, but penny stocks can be different types. There's over-the-counter penny stocks and there's pink sheet penny stocks, and they're not necessarily all penny stocks. They can be big companies. Like what was the coffee company out of China that turned into a scam? Luckin Coffee or whatever. But anyways, they trade over there too. Well, I just looked at this yesterday or 2 days ago because someone asked me. There are 16,750 pink sheet stocks. Probably about the number of tokens there are, probably, right? There is no protection for anybody anywhere coming from the SEC, and that already falls under their purview, right? They're supposed to be protecting you. There are funds, ETFs, and others that incorporate stocks from countries that have no SEC-like protections at all. They don't care. You can still buy them and sell them, right? There are companies that are bought and sold on big exchanges that have no audit rights whatsoever. You don't have any idea if the numbers are accurate. And so when the SEC comes in and says they want to protect investors from crypto, they're not even doing their job with what the area they're supposed to do their job. And then you got the issue of their approach to trying to figure it out. The SEC does this thing called regulation through litigation, meaning they don't come out and say, here's the rules that we want everybody to follow. Give us your comments. They do what they did with Coinbase. They sue, right? And they'll sue you. And their hope is that the result of the lawsuit then turns into precedent that they're able to use to enforce the way they want to enforce it. It's not like someone today could just call the SEC and say, okay, we want to issue a token. We have this, crypto business. Tell us what we need to do. There's just no way. And so as a result, there's all this uncertainty, which is why you see more crypto companies in Singapore and the Bahamas and the British Virgin Islands, in Caymans, all these different places. And people are afraid to do anything here. And now you look at the big companies like Coinbase who create jobs and are trying to do it right. They're getting fucked over. And so there was, I forget which politician that said we should do it through the CFTC instead of the SEC. And they're right. Because the SEC, they care more about hiring more lawyers than getting it done the right way.
I hear all the time that, hey, big money really won't enter crypto till we get some regulatory clarity. Is that what you hear in your rooms?
Of course, because it's all uncertainty. And, there's the security aspect of it. And we see what's happening every day. There's a hack somewhere. And to me, it's unfortunate. Obviously, you don't want to be the person losing money. But again, it's no different than the early days of the internet. You got to remember that there was a time when people said, don't use Amazon because your credit card is going to get hacked. Don't do any buying on the internet because you're putting at risk your credit card. So it's part of the learning curve. And every time people get smarter and they learn from experience, it's just because of the scale already of crypto, it can be expensive and unfortunate.
Yes, great perspective. To watch the full conversation, there's a link down below in the video description. And if you're interested in learning more about cryptocurrency, click subscribe right now. We drop a video every single day. You do not want to miss one. See you tomorrow.